Hi folks, I just thought I'd do hopefully a quick video about a collection of records I picked up from an eBay seller this week. I saw a collection going for a song of a collection of box sets of country music. Now, I've got a couple of these and I was trying to fill out my collection along the way, as you do with trying to fill in the gaps you have. But this was the full set, so I thought, well, I do fancy those. They're really cheap. Unfortunately, they're in Gravesend. Now, for those of you who don't know, Gravesend is in Kent, the southeast of England, and I live in Yorkshire, which is in the north of the country. So that's about 220 miles away from where I live. So I ummed and ahed and thought, well, it's a 450 maybe mile round trip. Well, I know for those of you out there in America, that's like a trip to the local shops. But here you got to think twice, especially with the cost of fuel. So anyway, I won it. I thought, yes, I'll get them. I'll pick them up. So I went down on Monday, picked them up, and it went swimmingly. Great little trip out. It's the first journey I've done since the whole lockdowns and various stuff like that. So it was quite a novelty driving more than about 5 miles. So yeah, what did I get? I picked up this. This is the set. It's the greatest country music recordings of all time by the Franklin Mint Records Society. Country Music Foundation official archive collection, and they are rather nice box sets. Each of them have 4 discs in them, and each of them are themed. I understand it was released as a 2-disc box set. Well, I don't understand. I know it was, or a 4-disc set. I think they originally came out in 1981, but I think these were purchased in the mid-80s. So yeah, I picked them up. There was 24 boxes like this one. So this is the first one, and they're themed. This one is called Our Stories in Song, and there you can probably see it has Dolly Parton, Merle Haggard, Tom T. Hall, John Hartford. Each disc is a rather nice sort of Franklin Mint polylined sleeve, where housing a very nice burgundy vinyl record. So that's the whole set. Look identical. They're all the same. Well, that's what you want with a uniformity, don't you? So each set comes with a booklet with lots of nice write-ups about the artists and photographs, and then the track listing on the back. Unfortunately, what it doesn't tell you is who wrote them, which is a bit of a for an archive collection. I think that's a bit of an issue. Anyway, so that's what you get in each issue. So the first one also comes with a number of various things. You get a letter welcoming you to because these were bought via subscription, mail order. That's the way Franklin Mint did. Franklin Mint probably more famous for making tacky figurines and things like that, and models of die-cast cars and things like that. But they also did records, and I think you might have seen the greatest recordings of all time box sets, or even the jazz box sets. Various things welcoming you to the club, as it were. I like the special note that I found in this that says, your records may have been subjected to temperature extremes during mailing. Oh dear. Therefore, to avoid the possibility of damage, it is advisable to allow the records to reach room temperature before removing them from their album. There you go, a bit of advice for you. Always have your records at room temperature. Okay. And the first issue also comes with this rather nice sort of commemorative booklet with sort of, as Gene Autry, the history of country music, sort of nice sort of family tree of where it sits. And for those of you who perhaps don't know much about country music, this would be ideal because it's actually got a country music glossary in it. So it tells you what an A&R man is, what crossover hit, a record which gains success in one field of music or appears on the chart of one field and later is successful in another field. Yeah. Echo chamber, folk song revival, format, gold record. Yeah. So that's a really nice little booklet. What the first one I found as well, which is a nice little kind of bonus, was I found the receipt that the original owner got. Now this tells us in 1985 how much this set would have cost. Now, if you can see there, that's the receipt. This is from the 19th of March 1985. So that's when they obviously started collecting it, or at least maybe not. It depends. I can't remember which one this came in. So each issue, and that's 4 discs in the box, cost £34.60. So that's not cheap, is it? So that means 100 boxes. 100 records, 25 boxes. That is £865 for the complete set. But I've also number crunched that with a inflation calculator, and the inflation calculator tells me that in today's money, that would cost £2,680.29p. So this is a premium product. This is expensive stuff, and I've managed to pick it up for 18 quid plus travel to Gravesend and back. So I'm well chuffed. Anyway, I'll quickly go through what you get. So each box set looks absolutely identical. They're all the same. This one is this one has the Nashville sounds, and there's the booklet. So that's all Jim Reeves, Ray Price, Eddie Arnold, Don Gibson, great stuff. The next one is Johnny Cash and George Jones. 2 discs of George Jones, 2 discs of Johnny Cash. So career retrospectives, those are great. The next one, records 13 to 16, is Bluegrass. There you can see that. There you go. So Bill Monroe, Stanley Brothers, Doc Watson, Country Gentleman. But it's also got more modern stuff like the Dillards, Emmylou Harris. Yeah, Newgrass Revival, good stuff. Country to Pop, the next volume. Tennessee Ernie Ford, Johnny Horton, Floyd Kramer. Country Strings. Now, I think this was originally released as 2 boxes as fiddle players and guitarists. So you get 2 of each. So that's I love the picture of Buddy Emmons, the pedal steel guitarist. He looks a little bit like Frank Zappa in that picture. So yeah, great stuff. So yeah, you got all the guitarists: Chet Atkins, Doc Watson, Pete Drake, pedal steel, Merle Travis, and then you got people like Lester Flatt, Earl Scruggs, Charlie Poole, Vassar Clements on the other side. Contemporary country we have. So this is obviously 1980s. So we've got the Statler Brothers, Dottie West, Don Williams. They've got discs themselves. Crystal Gale. So that's the sort of period we're looking at. A Woman's Side of Love. So this is a collection of people like Tammy Wynette, Brenda Lee, Billy Joe Spears, Wanda Jackson, Loretta Lynn, Patsy Cline. This is Hank Williams, Hank Snow and Webb Pierce. So I think originally there would have been 1 2-disc box set of Hank Williams, and rightly so. So Hank Snow, yeah, good stuff. You've got Country Gospel. There's the thing. So you get Goes back to the sort of maybe the late 20s, early 30s. All kinds of stuff there. Vintage country. So you got Kitty Wells, Ernest Tubb, old school stuff. Willie Nelson and the Outlaws, so 2 discs of Willie Nelson and then 2 discs of various outlaw stuff. So that's an interesting one. So you get Jerry Jeff Walker, Guy Clark, Kinky Friedman, Johnny Paycheck, Waylon Jennings. So that's a really good one, isn't it, for that? The birth of country recordings. So this is where we obviously get things like the Carter Family and Charlie Poole, Jimmy Rogers. Good stuff. Country rock and pop to country. So those were the 2 discs, 2 sets. So obviously you get Graham Parsons, Emmylou Harris, the Byrds. It's interesting. You've got the Burrito Brothers. That's the later in version of the Flying Burrito Brothers, which actually sold far more records than the Flying Burrito Brothers did. Linda Ronstadt, the band, Michael Naismith, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Doug Sarm, Commander Cody, Amazing Rhythm Aces, Steve Young, Roseanne Cash, Alabama, Charlie Daniels Band. And then you got things like Loving Spoonful, Burl Ives, Hoyt Axton doing the other stuff. This is country comedy and country goes to the movies. Some good stuff on this. There you go. So you got the early stuff like Minnie Pearl, Skillet Lickers, even Johnny Cash, Roger Miller, and then all the sort of the famous songs from the movies. So you get High Noon, Tex Ritter, The Ballad of Thunder Road by Robert Nitchin. I'm really pleased to get that on vinyl because that's a great tune. Honky Tonk. That's 4 discs of various honky tonkers. Webb Pierce, Ray Price, Hank Williams, Floyd Tillman. The Greatest Duets. Now, that's 2 discs of male-female duets and 2 discs of sort of male harmony singers, brother singers like the Everly Brothers, Louvin Brothers. There you go. The Cowboys. So you've got all the singing cowboys on there. Gene Autry, Sons of the Pioneers. Love me some singing cowboys. Jimmy Wakely Trio, Roy Rogers, Marty Robbins. Folk roots of country music and Cajun country. Brilliant stuff, that. There you go. Like me some Cajun. Nearly there. California country. Now this caused some consternation when I posted a picture of it on a country music group because it has various artists on here, like Merle Travis and who was it? I can't remember who else they said. Tennessee Ernie Ford, who clearly aren't from California, but actually what this was it was 2 sets. In the 2 disc sets, the first 2 were California country, so they were specifically Californian, and the second disc was actually Western Swing Volume 3, which appears before in this set Volume 1 and 2, which is rather odd. Grand Ole Opry, Greatest Moments, so that's obviously from across the years. Got all kinds of stuff on that. Uncle Dave Macon, Grandpa Jones, Little Jimmy Dickens, all the sort of people that played on the Opry. Then we've got Western Swing, so as I said, that's 4 discs of Bob Wills, Milton Brown, people like that. Great stuff. There you go. There's Bob Wills, King of Western Swing. And so we're up to discs 93 to 96, and this is hits of the 1930s and 40s and country, country radio barn dances. So that's an interesting one. That's got some interesting stuff. Nice pictures in that one. So you got Harry McClintock, Bradley Kincaid, so the early stuff, Floyd Tillman, Moon Mulligan, Eddie Arnold, yeah, smashing. And the last one is the New Traditionalists and Country Songs of Work. So that's got a bit of everything on it. So as you can see, we've got, I think there's a complete one disc is Ricky Skaggs, so he's one of the New Traditionalists that they have. And then you get people like Marty Stewart. It's actually got the International Submarine Band on here. Obviously, Graham Parsons' first band, which is an interesting, deep cut, really, for something like this. And that's, I think, what's great about this set is it is deep cuts, and it isn't. It's across all the labels, so all the artists are there. There aren't any omissions. It's an incredible set. So yeah, and songs of country songs of work. So obviously Charlie Rich, Bill Anderson, Roy Clark, Glenn Campbell, Wichita Lineman is on there. So there you go. Now, for the eagle-eyed among you, you'll have noticed that actually was 25 box sets. And hey, Headley, you said there were 25 box sets. Yeah, weirdly, one of them was missing, and that was the Rockabilly one. But luckily, I already had that one. So that's Jerry Lee Lewis, Buddy Holly, Rockabilly. And hits of the 1950s and 60s. So that's I've got the complete set. Now, I did find out actually that there's a Christmas one. There's an independent box set that's just Christmas country stuff. So I'm going to have to try and get that one now. Now, what I've got to do is I've got to try and find... what am I going to do with all my my spares? Well, they're going to be going on eBay. See if I can make my money back to make up for that nearly 500-mile round trip. There you go. I hope that wasn't too tedious. Any questions, let me know. Hey, if anyone fancies them and you're in the UK, check out on eBay, because these little beauties will be going on there next week. Bang, bang, hard sell. Okay, thank you very much. I hope that wasn't too tedious. Probably less tedious than my last video where I went and picked up records, which I re-watched, and that is the dullest video I think I've made. Yeah, just me in a car for about 10 minutes. What was I thinking? Anyway, thank you very much. I've got a lot of listening to do. I should say that most of them are known to me. It's not something that's going to be an eye-opener, or an ear-opener. But there is clearly some stuff here that I don't know, and so I can't wait to get stuck into it. I've already listened to some of them, put them on. It's nice. This themedness of it is great. That is a word, themedness. I'm going to stop the video now because I am completely rambling. So until I see you again, thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now.